After the wedding, the man could not sleep with the woman.
Could not have sex with the woman.
Sex with the woman. The first one, which I know, because the man's manhood was not big enough.
It's not big enough?
Yes.
How big? No, the women come to me. I know what I'm talking about.
Not big enough to penetrate a woman.
Oh, dear.
The second one, the man has refused to disclose his problem. And for 3 years, they are still married. When it's time for time to go to bed, he'll be playing video game and will never sleep with the woman. And the woman doesn't know what the problem is. What kind of shocks does she need to?
Oh, simple.
So if you know you have a question, lift your hand. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So that's it. So let's start with our sister. Please get her the microphone.
My question is
Louder, please.
I have heard a number
The phone is not good enough. Step it up for her, or take mine.
My question
Beautiful.
is, I have heard a number of counselors or preachers who talk about the ego of men.
The ego of men.
And I want to ask, is it biblical? Is it in the Bible that men are supposed to be egoistic? If it is, if you can please educate me on that. Thank you.
Well, it will take a long time, but all I'm saying is a man is different from a woman. And you can never make a woman out of your man. Neither can she make a man out of the woman. I also know the cultural setting when many men don't respect women. I also know that because men can engage in all sexual activity and multiply girlfriends, a man could get to a point where he doesn't respect a woman because many women had come his way. But I also know a Christian, committed young man who was a virgin at the altar, who respects the woman so highly. A man who is highly informed about the psychology of women, knows what to do for a woman to feel loved. If you got married to a woman who also knows what it takes to make a man feel respected, this question of ego doesn't come in. Ego no asichira say obehema bi wo ho a me ya behema wate me ya behema wate dia na mmadụ ya behema behema me ya behema say mitime na me da, that's nonsense. Mitime hwa me yire, I don't need your money, I'll provide everything. That's what makes him feel good. However rich the woman might be, I don't need your money. No abe hwem kwada no ene niema na wan kwagina ba bi anka se me na me hwem kwada no ora dey na eri that's all the Bible say we earn money together, we spend money together. My woman comes in to supplement and complement me. I need you just as much as you might need me. And whoever said women don't have ego, I'll prove to the whole world that I can survive without him. That's ego. That's ego. That's ego. Now ego no aka a jene pride. She got somebody a hand time. Biribiso mo. Mem pene ma be me bia mo so je. We jeja ho aban ba fa so. We jeja ho aban ba fa so. Like two boxers, each holding his guards up like that. Relax. Drop your guard. So this question of ego doesn't arise. Or a professor. Lady professor. When you were adorned with a professor's gown, you began to grow the penis. You are still a woman. Now, you're still a woman. You feel so bad. And some of you have read stories about male chauvinism. Male chauvinism in ancient England. Until some women agitated for equality. America, they are asking. Beijing conference, it came up. Whatever you can do, we can do better. Is that not ego? Because your business is up, you are highly educated. No, I'm not going to get married. If I need children, I'll have children. I have a choice. Maybe gadgets service Benyabi America, Benyabi Canada, Benyabi Amsterdam. I have go to the mains for the hours. A bit me service so come around up and down. There may be in one idea I made the mathematics in T. I make projections. I say 20 years from today, how would the world look like? Would there be one Christian in the Assemblies of God Church? Fufro.
Hello, Daddy. Good evening. Okay. My Pacho, one thing I want to ask, the first question is, what is marriage? And then the reason why I ask that is, I went to a shop, I met this lady who says, me married 3 months in it, but I regret marrying. And then the second one is inter-tribal. Our parents are here. Please, we want you to educate them. Some of them.
Not many of them are here. I have a whole script on inter-tribal marriage. But the 3 scripts in the bench, I was going to shocks by but more than aware this year. Now next year na I saw no any GS I'll treat intertribal marriage. Luckily for me, I'm into one. Okay. I'm a Broman, I'm not Ashanti. My wife is in Zima. She has a little Fanti blood from Salt Pond. To Enzima Fanti. Maybe I'm 100% born. I know. I'm into the meal. Now I know what it takes. And I would never shelve any vital piece of information. Osofu is into one. And some of us, I'm still gathering information. What is marriage? Marriage is 2 people agreeing to live, take care, support each other. Sex doesn't make the marriage, but it's a commitment that for the rest of our lives, we're going to live together. Financial support, emotional support. If I should fall sick, both my parents are alive, but I won't rely on them. I rely more on you. Electing your spouse as your number 1 kinsperson. Even if you have 10 siblings, my husband is number 1. And you declare your wife number 1 woman in your life. Even if your mother, biological mother, is still alive. Now, yani ananti adrisa point no also. Sister first. Me mame dia obekwaso ya me mame awade dia tumigu. Awade dia tumigu me mame dia obekwaso ya me mame eno nye marry. Won't ase. Enyana ka ho. Former girlfriend. Misia na ntana mi hu. I don't know. What guarantee do you have that he would have made a better husband than me? Yeah, initial, they've been married for how long? The initial shocks, I'm working on some Amsterdam the other time. A rabbi who had been married for only 3 days picked a phone at the honeymoon and called a friend. No, I said, you couldn't nada. Hey, Julie, and she was so disappointed. Yenyam free honeymoon nko fio. Na unim niama ako no. I never initial and na ya cancer momra premarital counseling. And just I saw no hamo. You need education. No, for more problem. Who hold a PhD? There are a few things you might not know. I remember long ago, the Presby Church at the KNUST campus, Kumasi, was organizing a marriage seminar. I was then teaching at Premier College, and a colleague, a friend, a member of the Scripture Union, a very good friend, suggested I go over to him. There are so many professors. The professor, now our young see a eh? Now, when you want ya want something, I need hey, Nanya Benjamin Adam, Prof. Baby, 5-day seminar on one a sign call, Madame Fonenche. I didn't hear pa. Baby, you claim to know everything. You may be a professor in physics or mathematics, but that could be different from marriage. Obi nimwa, obi chire. The mesramoa knowledge no here. I say menya noa, and come maybe some sentia or cancer. She might have grounds. The honor nebia is sanet and near manum kakra, who said, our nyami or she say. Adam ni Eve when we answer. Amen. Last one.
OPANYIN, thank you very much. I am asking this question because of the topic on shocks. And it's based on 2 stories. One couple I know, they are no more married. And the second one is a story which is also true, but I don't know them. After the wedding, the man could not sleep with the woman.
Could not have sex with a woman.
Sex with a woman. The first one, which I know, because the man's manhood was not big enough.
It's not big enough?
Yes.
How big? No, the women come to me. I know what I'm talking about.
Not big enough to penetrate a woman.
Oh, dear.
The second one, the man has refused to disclose his problem. And for 3 years, they are still married. When it's time for time to go to bed, he'll be playing video game and will never sleep with a woman. And the woman doesn't know what the problem is. What kind of shocks does she need to?
Oh, simple. These are shocks that are reserved for Roman fathers, Roman Catholic fathers. Or no, and we here, so I know about that. Or take a vow. You know, if you ever know somebody who had candidated for the Catholic clergy and went so far, took some of the vows, but couldn't take the ultimate vow and pulled out. If you get married to one, especially if you are taking a vow of celibacy and abstinence. Anytime he's about to have sex with a wife, it goes limp. The conscience. Ewoho. Ubenya obi oya no kwafo pa. Ewoho. You have no idea, my people. if somebody had affair with his own mother, biological mother. The guilt of it. If a house help, a boy, a lady house help, introduced your son of 10 years to have sex with her in exchange for meat and more soup and things like that. And she said, I wept, I cried. The young man, I cried. And Ninti Oba Honya Makono. Niama yakuti ya nipa dosu. Shocks ni yebebere. Timesrem. Niama yakuti ya nipa dosu. Now if you are not in it yet, mem penta mungotum. Assemblies of God, nyamia bua opa. Said no yumre. Wakwa yuma bre nyina obetena. Na akase wo. I'm not here to sell CDs and books. But people don't know how to handle the CDs well. The 30 packs, 30 packs of the CDs nearby. Ebia contain 26 tablets. 26 tablets. The whole pack, boxed in a beautiful package, goes for only 110 Ghana cedis. Christmas is just around the corner. You can't have a better Christmas gift for a couple friend, than this. Tobina koma odofo bi na yire. Wo fa bi na yire ntiye tobi koma won. It's a ministry in itself. For don't mind the price, 110 Ghana cedi and you be a chire so. Na say how what they fan say. Penny kwajo chire na yire 40 years married. Enti men to me and mekumase I'm a chemo baby. Me to we at the aboa edwuma moye. Assemblies of God for the moye. Me ko ra yemu nyina na moye. Ma eme no mantam sa. Mesramu a munti ene ade baaye. Me mfa ba akokora ankokumase. My yiri book no nyame na metwere is a novel. It's not a marriage book. But it's only 30 CDs. 30 CDs. You see, Ghana ha a book which has been run category A. And there was a promise to buy quantities, big quantities, and send it to the various second cycles institutions. The basin there, Bakokora, Yanton, Sakwas. Yabo Modibia, and ye. And now, ye free a here monso, a printed books, no, and the Gukumase, as rich. And the Jame, ko baby see, now they 30, ko baby, or has a phone pepper, now the 10. 10, 10, no, could I sound the baby fear? It's so frustrating because I have no church of my own. Megina hey, mensa bacha o bosumi aso sa bacha no. Main retirement ma appreciation and our retirement there. And no minimum appreciation ya ko also for be retirement as on to V8 amano. Me retirement mo bin to be teacher. A bit of teacher no like a triano yesen. No retirement. But me, I will never go bootlicking. Because the God who called me into this ministry one night assured me, or can nyame can met me a show. This Mary, she continually reminds me of that. Nyame can so bit me a show. And he's been sharing me. Books no most better na monto. See the no and then one farmer or china numere any couples singles here. Moto 10 kranaka 20 for Sunday service. Come one country is kafu wa so num. Obi top 5 no mfanche keke. Mumu bitiri mu odin. You only think of the nuclear family. But this church is supposed to be family. That girl doesn't have to come begging on her knees before you buy a pack of CDs for her. When you know it will do her good. Mesramwa. Toda bi amoma me were ho. Toda bi nso ti mi hunya nsate ma sori a. Ka menye wo bishop ibi. Assemblies the obey bishop na church why are there. Na nka me kwanchen wa man church. Nka me presiding bishop. Anya ordinary bishop presiding ka ho. Anyi nyina na nyame soma ense yankwa sori. Man ti asori nti menye nipa. I go chire nyina me ka chire o mu. Enyire nsi member of the church ba ma £50 na che wa boa pa. Enyire nsi fu ati mu ade o. America de o ma $100 o mrepi na English. Me ka me nzo o mu tie no. Pepe no mo. Amen. Aye. Third one about that. What's I'm saying? Can be what's it? The man who cannot sleep with the wife for 3 years. And Kagana Mra Emma Kwan said, if a marriage hasn't been consummated in sexual intercourse, it's as good as no marriage at all. But so much the Bible has here. We took a vow. A vow so you take it not sex and count. We are married. Now said mekan you could see us say pray it doesn't happen to you. Now my psalmist around say minka sejina ye no so si we ja aware we ja anu a me wow me nya be ma foforo nso ma. But if it's your own decision, go ahead. But if you can think of the Catholic sister, forget about the parents insisting we want our grandchildren. Yeah, and whoever told you the husband's penis is too small, it can't penetrate. Women come to me. Ajuma we me bro. Opani me kunu ho sadodro. As we are there who is it, sir? It's sir. If a man's erect penis is only 2 inches long, 2 inches, a man a 2 inches longer. It's long enough to perform every duty on planet Earth. You don't have to dip too deep into the system. Psychologists and gynecologists agree that only the first 2 inches of the vagina is sensitive to pressure. Agurani nyina wano heya oto onza kwa chirichira you are wasting your time. Enya so wanu opusi kwa chire ne yebiribi ano heya. And if you deposit powerful active semen with your 2-inch dip no thereafter obano envani sisi ento sumiyaso no one say. So this thing is slimy. I know nkuruma style no be. And one depot I could do service no. Obetumi anyi say. A man be money attending akase ehyienti muhu bibia na we ade kitwa sare wo or remark no kura put your husband off and unto me maybe you are not from so perhaps depends on the remark you make about his genitals and also the mesramu atadebia when you haven't got all the facts never sit in judgment between husband and wife and then can papem be manini obanini ada na me no wonder owura kan wa ko mamu nsem nyina or can say the other time that put me off. There's something we call temporary impotence. Obama bi wo ho a owura dem na ade na adwo. Anya ade na adwo. Owura ho a no kai say alatani nu a ode ne ma firi me no next week no so obeji ne sika. Hey, me mami aye no so say aka 2 weeks. Sister, if when these thoughts flood his mind, this thing collapses. Yeah, mobo, mobo chema. About there, when you open up, you are ready. Yeah, sabeya kwo we be hu mobo. Ejina na so. Yeah, what challenges, baby. I'll also want to know the age of man. He may not be a young man. Maybe an near. Whether he has a medical condition or not, I want to know. The near question, we are not flat, sir. Issues, baby. Mr. What our modern said, 1,000 will fall by your left and 10,000 by your right, but it will never come to you. Tisani say, and minus me. Minus me, no, and your brother, Papa, dear, Yara, can say minus me. So, I have been 2 minutes a year and now, minus me. About yan shaswa, minus me. Bema oburen a year, minus me. Aha, yeah, minus me, there be a. Mawanina Radisson or Bema, dear, Wakuma pe. Emrasa. Amen.